New year, new decade, new me, and all that bullshit, isn't it? It's no secret that 2019 was a huge year for Rocket League, with everything ranging from the epic takeover to the removal of crates and introduction of blueprints. We had our first ever true Rocket League YouTuber hit 1 million subs. And on top of all of that, the Rocket League esports scene continued to grow and gain hype. Especially with the announcement of Rocket League being one of only 2 games to be partnered with Intel to represent the entire gaming world on the build-ups of the Olympic Games in Tokyo next summer. But not only was it a huge year for Rocket League as a whole, but it was also a huge year for me personally. I was able to buy my first PC at the ripe old age of 27, allowing me to start creating the content I'd always dreamt of ever since YouTube began to blow up many years ago. Fast forward to the end of 2019 and December was by far my biggest ever month on YouTube, seeing growth I've never experienced before. December also saw me attend my first ever RLCS, which also happened to be the first ever gaming event I've attended in my life. Oh, and you see that beautiful specimen? No, not Sunless. No, not fucking Mertzy either. That sexy Madariaka in the pink hat. Yeah, that's right. Me hanging with the cool kids for once. The one thing that didn't throw itself at me in the past decade is that fabled GC rank. But looking to the future, let's take a look at what's to come this year in Rocket League. First and foremost, for any of you that don't already know, there's currently an ongoing race to become only the second Rocket League YouTuber to reach 1 million subscribers. You have the likes of Musty, Sunless, Squishy, Jazer, and of course your boy Mertzy all seemingly want the next slice of that sweet, sweet 1 mil pie. And of course you know I'm backing the homie Mertzy to reach it first. Fuck that shit! Give me that 1 mil plaque next. Boys, watch out because I'm coming for each and every one of your head tops. Now, all jokes aside, I am aiming for the big hundo this year, so if you be one of those non-subscribers that be watching my videos, be sure to help a brother out in securing that shiznit. Now talking about the big hundo, I don't know if any of you fools noticed, but there's been roughly 300,000 players online at peak times recently, which is just plain madness. And with this increase, I will be absolutely mind blown if Rocket League doesn't go free to play this year. In my opinion, it should be in the first quarter, but it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if Psyonix waited until July for this to happen. And why July, you ask? Well, not only is there going to be a lot of hype surrounding the Olympics event, which would naturally bring a new band of players to the game, but in July, Rocket League turns 5 years old. Woo! Yeah! Woo! So what can we expect from such an occasion? Well, an in-game event would be the first place to look, but this can't be any regular event. It needs to be something major, something incredible, something absolutely groundbreaking. Last year we saw the Radical Summer event bring with it 3 new limited time modes along with 3 different sets of reward items and the night version of Salty Shores. But instead of me sitting here spewing garbage about what I'd like to see from the 5th anniversary event, I want you to comment down below your ideas and suggestions for what this anniversary event, or just 2020 in general, could bring to Rocket League, and I'll be replying to each and every one of you who does. So let's get to discussing down below. And if commenting on YouTube ain't really your thing, then head over to my Discord server and we can talk more in depth over there. One thing I'd love for Psyonix to add to the game in the future to keep it feeling fresh is a playlist that rotates every game and consists of different maps, modes and mutators. Now of course this would, or should, be an unranked playlist, but regardless it could make for endless fun as the chances of having anywhere near the same settings in back-to-back games is virtually none. There would literally be hundreds if not thousands of different combinations of game settings. And on the topic of different combinations, I for one personally quite enjoy playing Rumble. What? Yeah, you heard me, bitch. That said, it can be a little frustrating and it can get boring from time to time, so what I'd like to see is the introduction of Rumble 2.0. You've had your balls frozen, you've sucked some balls, and you've from time to time definitely received a fisting. Whoa, what's Psyonix thinking? But did you ever think you'd be? I don't wanna know what I'd be. Now listen here buddy, if you don't stop interrupting me, we're gonna have to go outside and have some fisticuffs. But did you ever think you'd be able to steal another player's power-up, shrink the ball, freeze another player, or even blockade your own goal? Well now you can, in Rumble 2.0, all for the low price of 20,000 credits. So going back to me reminiscing about what happened, or rather didn't happen in 2019, I mentioned in the intro how I still hadn't reached the mountaintop and got on that GC rank yet. And I was going to sit here and script an entire motivational speech about how I was going to achieve this. And if you want to, you can achieve it with me. How we can go on this journey together to grab our goals and run with them. But I don't think I need to anymore. Because that's right, your boy f***ing done, did he? cannot stress enough that if this shithouse of a player can do it, then absolutely anyone can. I'm not going to go too much into detail because, spoiler alert, I may or may not have a little video dedicated about it if that's something you guys would potentially want to see. Nah, well, tough shit because you're going to get it anyway, suckers. I'm such a fucking idiot. There is just so much stuff that could be added, removed, or even completely revamped in Rocket League, so that in another 5 years' time, the player base is just as strong, if not stronger than it is today, and has always been. We as a community just need to speak our minds and band together, and you never know, something might receive huge backing that the team over at Psyonix just can't ignore. So a quick little roundup of what we've gone over. Mertzy's going to win the race to 1 mil. My personal goal is to reach 100k subs this year. Rocket League will undoubtedly go free to play at some point this year. Tokyo Olympics 2020, ex-Rocket League, the 5th anniversary of our beloved game, which means a big in-game event. And don't forget to comment your ideas about that down below or join my Discord and discuss it there. New playlists, new modes. I was going to talk about reaching GC this year, but I've already done that, so you'll be receiving a fun video on that shortly. And finally, the endless amounts of content that Psyonix could be giving us that they're not. If even half of the stuff that I've gone over in this video actually becomes reality in 2020, then I think it's going to be a great year for Rocket League. So with that said, that's the end of this one. If you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated if you subscribe to help me reach my goal for this year, and head over to my other socials to keep up to date with everything I do outside of Rocket League, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!